Surviving in India as an African student. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Ellie, a student currently in India. So the first thing I struggled with and is still struggling with is language barrier. When I first came to this country, I could not understand a thing. It was really hard to communicate with my classmates, with my teachers, with whoever I meet because of the language barrier, and they don't understand me and I don't understand them. So communication was a little bit hard, and I know 80% or 90% of the African students in India would agree with me on that, because it's one of the struggles we face as African students in India. And when I go to class, oh gosh, I could not understand my classmates could not understand me, I could not understand my professors or my teachers, and my teachers were finding it hard to understand me at the same time. And it was really rough in my first year, but when you stay with people, you adapt and you get used to their way of communication and their way of doing things. So I guess that's why, like, I'm now okay with their communication, their accent and everything. And I'm not saying all Indians have accent, no, I'm not saying that, but where I'm currently, they do have a little accent and it's really hard to communicate. But because I've stayed here for so long and I've really interacted with them, I now know how they speak and I now understand what they say. But first it was really hard, but now it's kind of normal. I got used to it, and if I can get used to it, you can also get used to it. And one more thing, if you're coming to India, you should learn a little Hindi, just tora, so that you can be able to communicate easily. You should know like the basics, and that's it, guys. If you can be able to learn a little Hindi, then you're fine, you're good to go. And the second thing I found hard to cope with was the answering of questions. Oh my god, I can't tell you how many questions I get in a day. Like, it's too much. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, no, it's a good thing. It develops communication and all this. And I'm not saying asking questions is an Indian thing, no, that's not the case. Because if I'm back in, for example, if I'm back in my country and someone from a different continent comes over and it's not of the same color, it's not of the same race or something like that, I'll be having a lot of questions. But in India, it gets worse. It's just too much. It's too much. Like, I personally understand why the Indians ask a lot of questions, but gosh, it's just too much. It's a lot. Just like every month I have to explain, or like I have to gosh, I have to explain why my hair is like this, why I changed my hair, or is it my natural hair or not, like every single month or every after 3 or 2 weeks when I change my hair. Like, I have to answer and explain really what's going on in my head, because like, yo, it's so hard. But then, like, I got used to it. It used to irritate me back then, but I'm like, they just want to know. Like, you can't be angry at people who really want to know something. So like, I just now take it easy. Though like some of my friends are like really irritated with it. They're like, no, I don't like answering the question. I'm like, yo, if you were in their place, you'll be asking the same questions. So I got used to it. My teachers, like every semester when I get a new teacher, they'll be like, yeah, is it your natural hair? I'm like, no, it's not. Then after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they'll see me with a new hair and they're like, is this natural? I'm like, no, it's not natural. So like, I got used to it's just like a routine now to me answering questions like that. So if you're coming to India here, at first, yes, it's gonna be irritating, but then like, you have to just get used to it. It's not a bad thing, actually. I don't see it as a bad thing, but you just have to get used to it, and it's normal. We are humans, we just need to know things. So that's it. You don't have to get pissed, or you don't have to be angry, and avoid communication with your classmates or with your fellow Indian friends. It's normal. So yeah, that's it. When you're coming here, just put that in mind. And finally, the third thing I struggled with and I'm still struggling with is the studying part. Guys, if you're coming to India, just know you're going to study. It's always study, 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 study. No matter how much you study or read your books, that's not gonna be enough. Like, literally, that's not gonna be enough. Education, like, let me say, the education system in India, it's kind of different from back in Africa. Back in Africa, like, we go to school, Like if you're in high school, you go to school from Monday to Friday as usual. In universities, you go like maybe 3 days in a week, maybe for 2, 3, 4 hours only. But in India, you go to school from Monday to Friday, 5 days in a week, sometimes 6 days in a week. In my third semester, I used to go to the university for 6 days, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that was the most stressing semester till today. Though, like, now I go to university like for 5 days in a week, yes, Monday to Friday, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But you know, at least 2 days break. I can't complain, because before it used to be worse, and now it's kind of, you know, normalizing a little bit. So guys, if you're planning to come to India, just know university is just like high school, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. So just be ready to be at school for the whole day. You come back home, you're so tired, you're so exhausted, just drop your bag, you want to sleep, but then you remember you have assignment. And the assignment part is the worst. Oh my god, like every day you have an assignment. Every single day you have an assignment. And if you're doing like courses that require lab files and stuff like that, like if you have like lab practical subjects, actually, just know it's going to be tiring. I hate lab files. Like I hate writing lab files. I hate doing assignments, but then like, whoo, these are the worst things. Like, I don't like it, but then, you know, school is school, university is university. We just have to do what we gotta do. Though the education system in India is kind of hard, you just have to get used to it. You got used to it, you can also get used to it. It's just adapting or adjusting to the situations, you know. It will get easier. I promise you, it will get easier. Not very easy, but it will get easy, you know, with time, and you get used to it, and you know, you shift your mentality. If I can adjust, you can also adjust. So that's it for today's video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye.